Why can't we work out our differences? Why can't we work things out? Little people. Why can't we all just get along?
What's going on, gang? Finally back again to do a comic update. It's going to be a pretty big update. This is going to include comics I picked up from my local comic book shop last week, and then an auction off of eBay, and then an auction off of YouTube. So I'm just going to go straight into it, and yeah, let me know what you think of these books. As always, I apologize for the glare. I'll try to move the comics around so you get an idea of the covers. But cover of the week is going to lead off this time. This is Basket Full of Heads #1. I picked up the variant, the Joshua Middleton variant, and man, this just a gorgeous cover, man. I love the blues, the axe, the kind of the fire that's inside the axe, man. So this is a really cool story. It's Joe Hill, famous for Lock and Key, of course, which is on Netflix, which is not as good as the comic. That's for another day, though. Yeah, but I love this. I wanted to pick that up, so I got that off eBay, along with, this is off of the same seller. He had a Judge Death graphic novel, I guess. It's really a compendium of different stories from the progs that came out in the UK. But yeah, man, and this is the cover's sweet too. This would have been #2, but it's black and white. It's like the progs. So stoked to have that. And then from the same seller again, I got this. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's new stories featuring some of the old, like Sergeant Rock, and kind of put them in some newer situations like Afghanistan. I started reading this last night. I just finished up Pretty Deadly, which was great. And so I started this, so I really can't say a whole lot about it other than so far it's cool, and I like the concept of taking these comic characters from some of the older stories and putting them in new scenarios. It's got Our Army at War, if you remember these old DC titles, Weird War Tales, Our Fighting Forces, GI Combat, and Star Spangled War Stories. So it's really cool. So if you like the military older style, but want it updated for now, that's a cool one to get. Alright, Mars Attacks. Picked this up as a set at my local comic book shop when I got my comics for New Comic Book Day. If you know me, you know I'm a Mars Attacks fanatic, and I'm also a Judge Dredd fanatic. So they finally bundled these. It's a 4-issue miniseries. They bundled them, put them up for sale, and then actually last week they had 40% off bundles. So I finally picked this thing up, man, at a good price. So I love these covers, man. Mars Attacks covers are just a different. Look at that. It's just freaking sweet, man. Every one of these. Look at that. That right there, I might get graded and encapsulated. It's got 2 of my favorite characters on the same cover. You can't beat it. Alright, so now we're just going to get into my regular comic book purchases from New Comic Book Day last Wednesday. We got Venom 23, still in the Venom Island storyline. Cool story so far. I'm enjoying it. I did read this. This is the I think it's a one-shot, Pennyworth RIP. Very well done, man. This thing is beautifully written, and yeah, this is just, to me, this is just DC saying, yes, we really did kill him off. Now, will he come back? More than likely at some point. But for right now, he really is dead. This was not a joke. It wasn't Clayface. It was really Pennyworth Alfred. We got Batman's Grave, number, what is this, 5? Cool little story, maybe going on a little bit longer than it needed to. This is a killer series so far, man. If you're not reading Morbius, man, check it out. This is Morbius number 4. Soon to be a movie. Is Jared Leto going to be Morbius? Oh, that's terrible glare. Sorry. That's a really bad glare on that one. Mother of Demons, Ghost Rider. I'm not sure if this is a one-shot or what. I haven't read it yet. It's a really good week for covers, I think. And this is fine. I finally got number 5 of this. This is cool. Gogor, just a great story, man. I'm a big fan of Ken Garing and both his writing and his art styles, which, you know, he does both. What kind of sucks, though, is the sales on this weren't good enough. It was actually going to be in 2 parts, two different story arcs. So he finished the first story arc, and he's not going to be able to continue with the second one just based off the sales. So hopefully at some point he will go back, he says, and finish this story. So it's kind of sad, man, because this is such a cool little story. Gideon Falls, man, finally making sense. This is 17. For 16 issues, man, I've been close to understanding, but then something happens, and I'm like, what just happened? And it kind of throws my theories kind of to the side. But I think with these 2 issues really clarified a lot of things. So, man, so now it just makes the story that much better now that I kind of understand what's going on. But it's really built up the tension and the mystery and everything, and finally it's paying off with a storyline that you can actually follow and know what's going on, and then it makes the earlier ones make a lot more sense. This is one that you probably, if you ever read it or if you have read it, is to go back probably after reading these 2, maybe start over again, and then I think it'll make a lot more sense if you're confused with it, which a lot of people, that was a complaint, you know, a lot of people are having, you know, here we are with issue, you know, 16, and it's still kind of confusing, but stick with that. It will pay off for you. Star Wars number 2, decent. It doesn't blow me away or anything, but it's a good story so far. Decent art, nothing fancy. Doom 2099. I'm really digging these 2099s that are coming out. I was a big fan of what was it? Punisher 2099, Spider-Man. I think they even did like a Rampage, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they did a full Rampage series, but I think it was part of a crossover. But yeah, and these are from I don't think I mentioned this, but starting now. These are obviously probably most of you familiar with the sticker. MyComicShop.com. I ordered these last week and they came in, and I have been following this. I got issues 1 and 2, and then I kind of didn't order from My Comic Book Shop for a while, so finally ordered these. So 3 and 4 of Warlord of Mars Attacks, another Mars Attacks crossover with another character. God, that cover. This is probably the silliest Mars Attacks cover, but these final comics here are going to be from the Comics Altruism. He had an auction, and I'm always tooting his horn, man, because I love what he's doing with his channel. The channel is Comics Altruism. The guy who runs it is Johnny up in Canada. He does auctions for charities, and the charities change each month. So just, I can't say enough of good things about him, man. And yeah, I still owe him for these. So I sent you a message on Facebook, Johnny, to send me the total, and I will pay you. You don't have to send me an invoice, just let me know, because I think I still have your email, your PayPal email, so I can send you the payment. So, but yeah, I got these. This is the main reason why I wanted these comics. I've always wanted this cover. I've always liked this cover, man. Just something about that blue and the orange and the metallic. I've always dug that. And, oh yeah, I haven't taken these out yet, but I'm going to individually bag these. So that was, I didn't even say, that's $6.75. Night Quest, The Crusade. And then he sent Nightfall, number 19. This is Batman 500. Cool cover as well, with Bane. And you got Robin 2, The Joker's Wild, number 1, with the holograph card on the cover. Really cool. I have this full set, box set, so I will probably be sending that someone's way. Oh, again. And then there's number 1, number 2 without the holograph card, different cover. So this is the Joker's Wild storyline. Really, really cool, man. And then with that same auction, I got X-Force 13 and 15. Love me some Cable. Love me some Deadpool. And then I got number 2, which is awesome to pick up. I did not have that. And then X-Force number 8. And he put a note on here. First appearance of Domino Grizzly, a wide pack. So, not read that either. Alright. I think that's it, gang. Appreciate you for sticking with me for so long. I try not to do any videos over 10 minutes. Sometimes I go over that. But, you know, you get excited about comics, you know. And plus, I've kind of been tied up doing an audit for work. And so, I haven't been able to do, like, a comic update. So, that's why there's so many at one time. And, yeah. So, I appreciate you watching. As always, let me know what you think about these, if you've picked them up, or if you have any questions, or what you think about some of these titles. And yeah, look forward to hearing from everyone. And I will go tomorrow, hopefully, and pick up my new Comic Book Day books from my pull list at my local comic book shop. Always support your local comic book shop, man. Get your pull list, you know, and support them as much as you can, because there's a lot of places that you know, don't have comic book shops just because, you know, the market and everything. So if you've got a good comic book shop, good people, support them. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you watching as always, and we'll talk to you soon. Barley out.